Hey everyone, welcome back to Rainbow Tarot UK. It's lovely to have you here. I hope everyone is doing fantastically. And in today's reading we are doing, aren't we? And I'm really excited to be doing this reading. Is your crush crushing over you too? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? How do they see you? We might even be able to get some information on, maybe what their intentions are. Whether they want, they want to do anything about the crush. So as usual, we've got our three piles. We've got pile number one, which has this beautiful card here. I think it's card number 14, and it says take action, with the amethyst crystal here, or the amethyst stone. You can see that there. Okay, and then with pile number two, we've got this card that is number 9, and it says use your power, and it has the carnelian stone here. And then pile number 3, and this is card number 40, and it says love unabashedly, with the beautiful green adventurine. So take your time, as I always say, use your intuition to go for the pile that is calling to you. That's probably got the messages. There might be more than one pile. And just be peaceful. This is a general reading. A lot of people are watching it, so just take the messages that resonate, and if they don't resonate with you, maybe it's another pile, maybe it's another reading. But always be peaceful with that, and never feel that you have to take a message that doesn't feel right to you. But other than that, I will see you in reading. Bye for now. Hey pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. So you came into the reading on this beautiful card, and it says take action. It's card number 14. I'm just going to put that there, so we'll see how that plays out in your reading. You've also come in on the beautiful amethyst, so let's just get straight into it. Let's have a few cards first of all, just to set us off to see, is your crush crushing over you too? How do they see you? What are they thinking and feeling? And just to remind you, it is a general reading, so take what resonates, as I said in the intro, and remember it's timeless, so it's good for whenever you're finding it. And I just want to say thanks again for everyone's support, subscribing, commenting, sharing. I really, really appreciate it. It means the world to me. So thank you so much for that. So let's get cracking. So how, is pile number 1's person crushing over them too? How do they see them? How are they thinking and feeling? Is pile number 1's person? I thought this one wants to come out. So we've got the 7 of Swords. And we've got the Knight of Wands. And we've got the Page of Swords. Okay, so let's see what else have we got at the bottom of the deck. The Chariot. So I feel like there's quite a lot of, with the take action as well, there seems to be quite a lot of urgency in your reading. So I'm just wondering if your sort of crush has a little bit of a rush of feelings for you, particularly with the Knight of Wands. I feel, and with the Chariot at the bottom there's like a real speed. So I feel like your crush has a sense of urgency, of wanting to take action, of wanting to move things forward. And maybe with the 7 of Swords here, now the 7 of Swords can be a lot of things, but it can also be doing the unexpected. So it might be something that you don't expect. You might have a bit of a crush on them from afar, but you might just see it as a crush, and you might not think that they're actually going to do anything. But I feel that there's a lot of they kind of want to do something unexpected in some way, and they may be being, with the Page of Swords and the 7 of Swords here, kind of sneaking and taking a quick peek of you when you're not expecting it, or when you don't expect it, or you maybe don't expect it at all. But I definitely feel that this person on the sly, with both the Page of Swords and the 7 of Swords, is kind of checking you out. Is definitely checking you out. They want to gather information about you. They want to know about you. They may be trying to make a little bit of a plan in terms of how they're going to move forward and take action. This person that you have a crush on with the Chariot card here may be sort of like not geographically close to you somehow. I'm kind of getting that sense. They may be a little bit far away. But certainly with the Page of Swords here, Page of Swords here, they are very curious about you. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. What else have we got here? So I definitely feel with the Knight of Wands here that there's a lot of passion, that there's a lot of attraction, there's a lot of chemistry. They feel that. I feel like there's a lot of fire, a lot of heat, a lot of wanting to kind of move forward. In terms of astrological signs here, I mean, with the Seven of Swords, that is Aquarius energy. With the Knight of Wands, well, that could be any of the fire signs of Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Page of Swords here again, that could be the, so there's quite a lot of air signs here with the Seven of Swords and the Page of Swords at the moment. But there's definitely a feeling that they want to move forward, that they want to take action with both the Knight of Wands and the Chariot, moving forward. They've got a clear goal and they want to come forward. Anyway, how is pile number one's person crushing back over pile number one? How are they seeing pile number one? I feel that one wants to come out. Oh, King of Wands. And I feel like this one wants to come out. The Devil. Okay. And then we've got the Five of Swords. Now, for some of you, you might actually be asking about somebody. And again, we have the Chariot here. That's come out twice now. So there is this sense of urgency of wanting to move towards you. Now, it could be that some of you are actually asking and crushing about somebody that you might have had a little bit of a thing with already, or a relationship already. Because with the Five of Swords here, this can be a breakup or a split or a sense of betrayal or a sense of defeat. So maybe something's happened with them before. Maybe you've had a relationship with them before. Maybe you had a little bit of a fling with them before. Maybe there was a friendship there, or maybe something happened to cause a situation to come apart. Because we also have the Devil card here. Now, with the Devil and the Seven of Swords, in terms of your crush, there might just be a little bit of a for you to be a little bit of aware of them, because the Devil energy is an energy of somebody who does see you. I think they do see you as very tempting. They do think you are very tempting. They might even have a little bit of an addiction to you. I kind of get with this that there's a lot of desire, there's a lot of lust in terms of how your crush sees you. They are, you know, with the King of Wands here, I feel like they are very, very, very physically attracted to you, very drawn to you. And again, the King of Wands is, you know, Wands is all about action. You know, he is, as an energy, the King of Wands is very, you know, they're a go-getter. They get what they want. They are driven. They are enthusiastic, they are charismatic. So I feel like your crush is seeing you in that way, but I feel they are that because we have both the Knight of Wands and the King of Wands. So there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of desire with your crush, and there's a lot of, there might have been some, you know, issues with some of you where you've had a, you know, it could have been a bit of, you know, that you were together, you weren't together. I don't feel like it was a fully fledged relationship. It might have just been a bit of a hookup or a fling here, but you still like them and you're wondering whether they still like you. And I would say that they do, but that to be aware of them a little bit. I think that's kind of what I'm saying here with the Devil energy and the Seven of Swords, because, you know, there could have been a bit of a, with them before where, as well as them seeing you as very tempting and but maybe a kind of feeling of before where they kind of got what they wanted and then they were kind of gone, and then they come back and they get what they want and then they're kind of gone. So there has that sort of energy to it where there's a lot of lust in it, there's a lot of attraction. So I feel the other thing is to just be aware of that with your crush, that they may want, with the take action, to come forward with a kind of a desire to kind of hook up, really. What I don't see here is any kind of cups, which would kind of indicate real kind of true, strong, loving feelings. What I sense here is that there's a lot of attraction, a lot of chemistry, a lot of being pulled in with the Devil card here. Because the Devil card can talk about, you know, basically feeling like we are being controlled by outside influences that aren't necessarily that great for us. So that could cover addictions, that could cover you know, so anything that has a control, that we're allowing us to have control over us. So it may be that's what I mean. They might be so, because I think that's what I was saying before, there's this sense of urgency. They are so drawn to you in a kind of physical way. So I feel like they are really kind of like lusting over you. But there may have been already with this Five of Swords, a little bit of a breakup here, or a little bit of interference that caused maybe the situation, you were together for a little while and there was some sort of issue because of behaviours that weren't maybe quite right with them, and you've sort of like, so it could be a little bit of an ex, like I say, a little bit of a hookup or something like that, or they've behaved in a way, even if it's just a workplace crush or something like that, and you like them, but they've behaved in ways that you're not quite sure about. These cards are confirmation for you to just be aware of that too, that those sort of issues, those behaviours haven't necessarily gone away. Now with the Devil card, that's the Capricorn energy. With the Five of Swords, that is Aquarius energy. And with the King of Wands, well, that could be any of the fire signs of Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. And obviously yeah, so the Chariot card coming up twice, that is Cancer energy. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. So I think there's definitely attraction coming from your lust and attraction coming from your crush. I feel that they are very urgently wanting to, take action. There's a sense of speed, because we've got horses in this take action, just running. We have got this Knight of Wands is a very fast-paced energy. The Chariot is a very fast-paced energy. So I feel like if you had a little bit of a split here, or something's happened and you're still seeing them as, it's not a properly established relationship, but you've still got, you still like them, they definitely want to move. They want to move on this. But it's kind of more like they're being controlled really by their physical attraction and desire for you. But anyway, what I might do is get a message card, another oracle card. Let's see what else we've got. So, how is pile number one's crush? Are they crushing over pile number 1 too? Let's have a look. Oh, we've got here. Oh no, there you go. Look. It says return. Oh, I've got 3 here. Wow, it says return, which is interesting based on what I was just saying, really, isn't it? About if this is your crush is someone that you've already had a bit of a thing with. Someone from your past may return. So maybe this is somebody, an ex-partner or something that you still like and that you still have a bit of a crush on. So this says, someone from your past may return. I'm going to put that one there. Then we've got heal. Revitalise your heart. So maybe with this Five of Swords, there was something went down and it was painful in this situation, and maybe this is sort of like saying that there still needs to be some healing here for you. And then we've got abundance. Be open to accept an abundance of love. So so maybe this person is, like I say, trying to come back. But what I'm seeing here at the moment, unless I get some more cards, what I'm seeing here is attraction and lust and physical, a need for physical satisfaction with you. But anyway, let's see what else we've got coming up. But certainly an abundance of that. They certainly want to give you an abundance of them. Definitely physically. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. How does pile number one's person, are they crushing over pile number 1 too? What have we got here? Again, can you believe it? The Knight of Wands. So much chemistry. They are feeling so attracted to you, pile number 1. 8 of Swords. Okay. Underneath the Knight. Okay. So how does pile number 1's crush? Are they crushing over pile number 1? I feel like this one is, again, the Ace of Wands. There's a lot of heat and fire in this. 5 of Wands. And the 7 of Swords. Can you believe it? The 7 of Swords. And underneath we have the Queen of Wands. Now the 7 of Swords began the reading here, and the 7 of Swords is ending the reading here. Now this is definitely for you. Well, I have to be honest here, pile number 1, you need to be wary, I would think, about your crush situation. If it is a past relationship, or you've already had a bit of a hookup with them, or you're just having this, you've got this kind of crush on somebody, and they are showing you through signs and body language and just that kind of communication that you get when someone likes you, that they find you really, really, really attractive, that they are very drawn to you. They are very physically attracted to you. But because you've got the 7 of Swords twice, because you've got the Devil card here, and because it is all based really around passion, I would just say to be aware. I think this person does definitely want to come towards you. They feel that heat, they feel that attraction really, really strongly. They see you as a Queen of Wands. I mean, I think they see you as incredibly attractive, so enticing. I think with the Devil card here, so enticing. It's like they almost can't stop sort of thinking about you, fantasizing about you, dreaming about you, in a very physical way. I think they see you just as very, very, very alluring. Yeah, those kind of words of alluring, enticing, a real temptation for them. And you just, I think, to be honest, I think you probably just really turn them on. I think physically you do that for them 100%. But I sense here with the Eight of Swords that there is a sense of, and with the Five of Wands, that it was probably quite, if you've already had a situation with them, that it was probably quite a fiery one, probably quite a difficult one for you and for them with the Heal card here. Because the Eight of Swords is about a sense of feeling kind of trapped, not feeling able to get out of the situation. So maybe this situation there was a bit of a cycle to it, or maybe this relationship has a bit of a cycle to it, where you kind of get together, you have a bit of a hookup, and then you part. Because with the Seven of Swords coming up twice, I mean, that is an energy of someone coming in, getting what they want, taking what they want, getting what they need, and then running. So it has a little bit of a cut and run kind of energy to it. And with the Devil card here, I just feel like this crush or this person, although they feel very attracted to you, and if you haven't been with them, I certainly said they do feel very attracted to you, but there's no sense of it's not there's no cups in this. There's no real kind of feeling of depth. It's basically based on attraction and physically wanting to connect with you, and really feeling driven by that physical urge that you kind of bring up in them, really, that they really do find you incredibly attractive here. I mean, with the Ace of Wands, they want, under the Page of Swords, so with the Page of Swords, with them, checking you out, they might be checking you out on the sly, they might be seeing, looking at you on social media. And with the Ace of Wands, they want this passionate new beginning with you. So there's no, at the moment, it feels like there's a physical attraction to you. And if you don't know them, then I guess, you don't know them that well, then I guess most of us generally go on physical, don't we, anyway? And there's certainly no shortage of that. So you could read it that this person, if you don't know them that well, there hasn't been any relationship with them, they're certainly physically drawn to you, and they want this kind of physical new beginning here. But what I'm picking up on at the moment is they're not seeing it as anything. There's not a heart connection at the moment. It's more of a connection of kind of lust. And I do feel that for a lot of you, this is somebody that you've already had some kind of hookup with, some kind of connection with. Maybe it's an ex, like you actually had a relationship with them and it wasn't committed. There was no commitment there. It was all about them getting what they needed, or just maybe the two of you just getting what you needed, just hooking up. But with the Five of Swords here, I just feel like there might have been some sense of betrayal, or some feeling of being stuck in a situation which, emotionally maybe wasn't fulfilling, people's needs. It wasn't kind of, meeting your needs or meeting their needs. Maybe they feel as well that there's some competition now for them with the Five of Wands here, that there is, other people around maybe for you, or that they feel that they have to compete with here. So maybe there's something like that, or maybe there's competition, or maybe there was competition for you in the sense that they weren't committed. Because I kind of get with this, the Knight of Wands maybe coming up twice. I mean, the Knight of Wands is a little bit of a player energy, really. So maybe this person's a little bit of a, they're very attracted to you, but they might be very attracted to lots of other people as well. That's the kind of energy that I'm getting, because we've got the Devil, we've got the Seven of Swords twice, we've got the Knight of Wands twice. This person that you've got a crush on is kind of, I have to say it, is all about them, really. It's kind of all about them. Now, if you just want that, if that's what you want, I definitely feel that they will, they want to come towards you in many respects and offer you that. But it is kind of, at the moment, it's more like a kind of lustful energy more than anything else. But anyway, let's see what else we've got here. Let's see if we've got any message cards for pile number 1. And their crush. So in terms of whether their crush is crushing over you, they're definitely desiring you 100%. I mean, and that could not be clearer. There is a lot of desire and attraction and chemistry and connection and a real buzz. And they want to take action with that. I think that's what we can definitely say without a doubt. So let's have a look. We have got, oh, it says keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from the usual type and expectation. So maybe this person is just not, you know, I mean, I have to say with the tarot cards, I'm not getting an obvious kind of soulmate connection here, but maybe that's why we've got this keep an open mind. It's a message to me as well to let you know that maybe there is, because I feel like in some ways it's a little bit of a karmic thing. If you've been involved in this, because karmic connections can be a little bit, you know, like backwards and forwards, to-ing and fro-ing, connect. There's a lot of, here, because it's there for you to learn something. It's a cycle, a pattern for you to learn and grow, really, your soul to learn and grow. So maybe this situation, it's about being open to the fact that there's a lot of learning for you possibly in this situation to be able to develop and grow for you and them. Okay, so what else does pile number 1's person have? Are they crushing over pile number 1? What's this say? Trust. This situation is calling for you to have faith. Okay, so maybe, you know, it's about, if you've had a situation with this person, maybe it's about you needing to trust if they've hurt you. You know, maybe they want this Ace of Wands, this passionate new beginning. But I would just say with the 7 of Swords here, twice, that you just need to be a little bit aware, and that if they do come towards you and you have been involved with them before and they haven't shown commitment, or they haven't, you know, they haven't treated you right, for you to be really clear on your boundaries and make sure that they earn your trust, But anyway, let's have one of these. Okay, so does pile number 1's person have a crush? Are they crushing over pile number 1? Let's have a look. Oh, this one says reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. So if you are in separation, if this is a crush situation where you've been with somebody, or you're not together, obviously, with your crush, it's time to maybe be reflective. Yeah, to just kind of take a step back, be reflective, because of this, I'm just noticing this butterfly here again. So there is some cards here around, you know, this situation possibly being able to transform and move beyond just the physical. So that might be what's going on as well. But in terms of is your crush crushing over you, they're definitely desiring you. There's definitely a strong physical pull towards you. But all I would say here is that I do feel that they want to take action. There is a lot of action cards here, and Wands is all about action, all about, you know, all about moving forward, really. And there's a lot of Wands here in your reading. It's to just be mindful of your boundaries and to take things at your own pace and in your own way, and to make them really show you, you know, unless of course you want, you know, you yourself want a fling or a hookup or what have you, then that's fine if both people want that. But if you want a bit more than that, then you really need to yeah, be clear on your boundaries and make sure that they show you that going forwards they are going to offer you more than just a hookup, and that you can, you know, they behave in ways that encourage you to trust them. But anyway, pile number 1, that has been your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 2, and welcome to your reading. So we are doing a crush reading today, aren't we? You know, is your crush crushing over you too? What are they thinking? What are they feeling? How do they see you? So you chose to come into the reading on this beautiful card. I don't know if you can see that very gorgeous tiger's face, actually, right in the centre there. And it says use your power, and it's card number 9. So we're going to see how that plays out in our reading. It also chose the gorgeous carnelian stone. We'll put that there. So we're just going to get straight to it. So as I shuffle, just want to say a big thank you as usual for everyone's support, all your subscribes, particularly likes, comments, shares. So appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. It means the world to me. So, you know, some people say some lovely things to me, so I really just want to say thank you to that. I hope everyone's doing well. So let's just get straight to it. You know, how does is pile number two's person crushing over pile number two? Is pile number two's person crushing over pile number two? Now we've got the Fool. Okay. Is pile number two's person crushing over pile number two? Queen of Wands. Is pile number two's person crushing over pile number two? How are they thinking? How do they see them? Five of Wands. Okay, I'm going to have one more. Is pile number two's person crushing over pile number two? And the Magician. Right, let's see what we got here. So what we got at the bottom of the deck? The Hanged Man. Okay, so I would say, wow, that with the Fool and the Magician here, I mean, this might be, I definitely feel they definitely are attracted to you 100% because we've got the Queen of Wands here. So the Queen of Wands obviously is a queen, so she is, you know, top notch really, but the Queen of Wands is just so, I think they see you as very confident, very attractive. I think there's a lot of chemistry in this with your crush. Actually, I think they're feeling a lot of chemistry, a lot of feeling enticed and lured. And funnily enough, I had quite a lot of that in pile number one, although it's slightly different, but they definitely feel very attracted by you. You have a sort of a magnetism to you. You might be incredibly popular, or they might see you as incredibly popular with all these little candles around you here. You might be quite big, you know, in terms of your, or popular, and just have a real presence in terms of just your social group, or in terms of your work. You might be really good at your job as well, because obviously a queen. Somebody, I mean, you might work for yourself, you might be in charge, you might be somebody that they see as, they may look at you. That's the other thing. I feel like they may look at you on social media, or they may be able to access you. You know, you might be quite accessible to them if you don't, you know, if it's a crush situation where you're not kind of like, you know, talking as such, it's just somebody that you can see from afar. I feel like they see you, and they see you as being very popular, attractive, they're very strong, there's a strong chemistry for them, there's a strong sense of being pulled in by you. I think they feel like you are, you know, in a good way. You might be a bit of a leap of faith. They might see you as somebody where they'd have to take a little bit of a leap of faith if they were ever to do anything about the crush. That's what I'm feeling, because the overall energy, because we've got the Fool here, and the Fool is about taking a risk, taking a leap of faith. So they might see you as a little bit of a risk here. Yeah, somebody who is, yeah, almost this like tiger is almost camouflaged here as well. I feel like this. I feel like I just had this. I feel like because the tiger here is kind of hidden, aren't they, amongst all the foliage? And I feel like in that way, it's a bit like what I was saying before. It's like your crush looking at you from a distance, looking at you from afar, very pointed staring here. So really looking at you, finding you very powerful. I feel like they think you've got a lot of power over them. You're very attractive to them. But you might be a bit of a risk here for them, or they might feel like they've got to take a little bit of a leap of faith to make it real in any way, because the overriding energy is the Hanged Man, which is an energy possibly of, you know, it's a sort of a private energy. It's an energy of standing back, stepping down, going inwards. So you might not, you know, there's nothing declared here. It could, for some of you, possibly be where some of you are in separate, you know, you're crushing, you're asking about somebody that you've had a connection with, and you're in separation from them, and you still have a little bit of a crush over them, or you're still, you know, you're still interested in them. With the Hangman here, because the Hangman is, you know, something where something is in suspension. where something is on pause, where something needs to have a new perspective. So that would kind of chime in with maybe a reconnection or a renewal or a reconciliation in some way, because you're asking about somebody that you've already had a situation with. Now, the Magician is again about manifestation. It's about bringing things into being. You've got 3 major arcana cards here as well. You've got the Fool, you've got the Magician, and you've got the Hanged Man. So I feel like, the Magician here, they want to bring something into being. And again, it's about this kind of like, this person is looking into this pool and they are wanting to bring something, they're wanting to make something happen, really. So I feel like this person definitely feels attracted to you here with the Queen of Wands. They may feel with the Five of Wands that there is some competition for your affections. That you are somebody that has got a lot of, because especially if they see you as the Queen of Wands, the Queen of Wands would have a lot of admirers. She'll have a lot of attention because she just sort of naturally brings that attention to her because she is so extroverted, she is so attractive, she is so kind of charismatic, she is so confident, she makes things happen, really. So I'm feeling, it just feels to me like I feel like in many ways they also see you. I think they just see you as the Magician, which is somebody that can just, make things happen, especially with the Queen of Wands here. So you're somebody who's got a lot of manifestation skills. They see you as somebody who is able to manifest and bring about whatever you want. Somebody who's very powerful. And it says here, use your power. So they feel like you have got a lot of power in yourself and also maybe a lot of power over them. That they feel this kind of draw, this magnetic attraction and pull towards you, but they are standing back with the Hanged Man here, and it's like this tiger. They're not, you can't necessarily, they're not willing, there's no action here. They are standing back here, they are in pause, they're not moving toward you or making a move as such, but they are definitely looking at you from a distance, from afar, almost wishing and dreaming, but seeing you maybe as a little bit of a risk, and that might be why they're hanging back. Because this person, this tiger, like I said, is in the bushes, they're hanging back, they're looking. This person is upside down, she's looking, she's reflecting, she's taking a moment. It might be a bit uncomfortable for them to kind of look at you from a distance and not take action. But they definitely are attracted to you 100%. But anyway, let's see what else we've got. Actually, I might have this one, yeah. So, how is pile number 2? Is pile number 2's person crushing over pile number 2? How do they see them? What are they thinking and feeling? Oh, King of Pentacles, yeah. How is pile number 2's person crushing? Is pile number 2's person crushing over 2 of Pentacles? There's pile number 2's person crushing over pile number 2. The Magician again. Wow, that's significant. Here's pile number 2's person crushing over pile number 2. 8 of Pentacles. This might be a work crush. This might be somebody that you are in a work connection with here, with all the Pentacles and the Magician. And Page of Swords is the overriding energy. Yeah, so 100%, the Page of Swords as the overriding energy is somebody who is, the Page of Swords is a card of curiosity and gathering information, and also just in this kind of reading, I would kind of read that as somebody, again, in sort of secret, hidden, with the Hanged Man, the Use Your Power, the Page of Swords, that is kind of secretly checking you out, secretly looking at you, trying to work out about what they can find out about you, but it's all done in the kind of shadows, if you like. Not in a that's not a kind of sinister way. It's just that they have to hang back for whatever the situation is. They feel like they can't be open with you about their crush, but they definitely 100%. I mean, they want to build something with you. That's what I feel with the Magician twice coming up here. Maybe they feel it's like something, it's a bit of a dream. Maybe for them at the moment, the Magician card here, because we've here, the Magician is about bringing something into reality. So at that point, it is still you wishing, hoping, dreaming, and bringing it in, drawing it in. So maybe at the moment, I mean, I think they're confident, they feel they can do it. but at the moment it's still them trying to manifest it in, so trying to create the right conditions, trying to bring it about in some way. And they're in the sort of planning stages of that, but they're not taking action. There's no action. These cards don't have an action to them, but they have a lot of desires and wishes and hopes. So obviously under this new beginning that might be a risk, I feel with the King of Pentacles, they actually want to build something with you. So this is definitely a pile where this person is giving a lot of thought, and maybe if it's a work situation or something where they feel they've got the power to maybe bring about the situation in some way. So maybe if it's a work situation or something like that, they feel like they've got the power to somehow bring you together more in the work situation, or to bring you together closer, to enable the connection to grow and develop. All of these cards are Pentacles, and Pentacles is all about bringing it to, bringing it into reality, grounding it, developing it, growing it, so it can be something stable, secure and solid. Now the Eight of Pentacles is the work card, so I feel like there could be a strong work link in this crush situation, but it's about growing something. So this person, I feel this person is a solid, reliable person. They are trustworthy, they are honest. With the King of Pentacles here and the Eight of Pentacles here ending the reading, they are somebody I think that you can trust, but they might be quite shy. They might be quite shy, and that's why we have these in, I feel like there's a bit of a shyness to them. They're not, they've got a lot of power. I feel like they've got a lot of power, and I think they think you've got a lot of power as well. So together you're a little bit like a sort of power couple, but not in a flashy way. I'm sensing this person wants, the two of you together would be a very powerful combination, but it's something that they're giving a lot of thought to, and they're trying to bring it in. That's what I'm sensing. They're trying to bring the whole connection in. But let's have some more. Let's have one of these cards. Let's have some of these cards. So in terms of astrological signs, I mean, obviously with the Queen of Wands, well, that could be any of the fire signs of Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. Again, the Five of Wands is Leo energy. Now we've got a lot of earth energy here, so quite a lot of fire and earth in this reading. King of Pentacles, that could be, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Two of Pentacles, that is Capricorn energy. Eight of Pentacles, I mean, that is Virgo energy. So those are just some of the signs here that I'm seeing. Obviously with the Hangman, that's Pisces energy, so a little bit of water there. So what else have we got? So how does pile number two, is pile number two's person crushing over pile number two? I feel like that one wants to come out. Oh, disagreements. Agree to disagree. So maybe this is a situation, maybe there's been a few little, a little bit of a tension between you and your crush, or you and this person. Maybe you are in separation from them. So maybe if this is somebody that you're, like I said before, that you're inquiring about, that you've maybe had a connection with, maybe, and it's in this period of suspension or a period of not being together. Maybe there were some disagreements, and that, they're having to work things out, you're having to work things out. Maybe they're seeing it as a little bit of a risk to connect with you again. Maybe there were some disagreements, but you have to now agree to disagree on certain issues. What else have we got? I think this one wants to come out. Friendship. Successful couples are good friends. So maybe in this connection, there has been a bit of a thing already, or maybe you are friends, so because that's true, a lot of successful relationships are built on a firm foundation of friendship. So maybe this is something about, maybe you had a bit of a hookup with them before, and they want to bring it back into being, and they want to make it, and that would certainly go with all the Pentacles, they want to ground it more, they want to build it more, they want to make it more solid, and that would go with the friendship. So maybe this time round, if it has been something, we had something with them before, they want to make something solid, they want to build it into something better. Maybe before there was a bit of competition, or with this Five of Wands, that would go with the whole disagreement thing. So maybe there was a little bit of, disagreements between you, because the Five of Wands is, I don't know if you can see it, the Five of Wands is traditionally about competition, and sort of like, fives is about, competing, battles, challenges, upheaval, disruption, that kind of thing. So maybe what they're trying to do now, what they want is they want to manifest a more solid, stable, secure connection with you. Or maybe there's just been a few, it's just a crush situation, you haven't been with them, you've had a few little disagreements, or there's been a bit of not seeing eye to eye, because sometimes that can happen when there is a strong attraction, because you've got a strong attraction to someone, that kind of tension's there, that kind of simmering tension, or a sexual tension, it kind of comes out in a little bit like a little kind of arguments or bickering, doesn't it? Because actually you really like one another in a way, so it kind of comes out sometimes a little bit like that. But I think what this is saying is that it's about, they want to build a friendship, they want to build something solid with you. But anyway, let's see, what else have we got for pile number 2, this crush. Okay, is pile number 2 this person crushing over pile number 2? So what does this say? Limbo. Now that would go with the Hanged Man. Seek clarity on mixed signals. Okay, so maybe your person, or they're feeling that you have been giving them mixed signals, or maybe this is something where there's been this kind of situation where you got together, it's been a bit backwards and forwards, maybe you just, it's something where you were dating other people, they were dating other people, and it wasn't a properly fully fledged situation, and you've still got a bit of a crush on them, and then now you're in this kind of limbo state with a Hanged Man. But I definitely feel that going forwards they don't want to give you those kind of mixed signals anymore. But it would also go with the Two of Pentacles, which is again this kind of like weighing things up, assessing things in this state of limbo. And I think that maybe in the situation that is what you are both in right now. But I think for them, they want to build something solid up with you, definitely. But anyway, let's have one of these ones. Let's see what else we've got for pile number 2 and their crush. So I definitely feel that there's a strong attraction to you. They are definitely crushing over you. I feel like they want to take it a bit further than a crush. So if you've been with them before and it was just a bit of a fling or something, they want to build something more, and they take it. But there's a feeling of still this kind of state of not rushing into that. So the action, they're still doing it from afar with the Magician card here. They're not quite ready to take a step forward in terms of bringing it into action just yet. But they're trying to create ways. Maybe you've brought them into a state of limbo, or you've separated from them. But they're thinking, creatively, what can I do to move forward with this? But they're not actually moving forward right now. So what else have we got here for pile number 2 and their crush? Chemistry. Yeah, there's a strong magnetic attraction here. I did say that they do feel a strong attraction to you here with the Queen of Wands. There is a strong pulling towards you. And that's why they're doing all this checking out in secret, because they're still really, really attracted to you. Or they are very attracted to you. So what is pile number 2's person crushing over pile number 2? Healing family issues. So maybe somebody has some family issues, or some family issues or family patterns, because often we can, we've gone through things when we've been young in our family situations that can impact on our relationships. So maybe there was something around the way they behaved if you were with them before, or maybe something that is kind of driving their behaviour now, which means maybe they're giving you hot and cold messages with the mixed messages here, and it could be something to do with some fears or some doubts or some family patterns that are kind of holding them back in some way. That might be for some of you. What else have we got? You deserve love. You are lovable. So maybe if you had a little bit of a thing with this person before and they didn't make you feel that way, or there's some doubt around that, then this is clearly saying you are lovable. And I want to look at this one at the bottom. Oh, I don't know why, but it says engagement here, and it also says give your relationship a chance. Now I don't normally look at the bottom of the message card decks, but I did with this one. So it says engagement, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Now obviously, take that as it resonates, but it's certainly, it might not actually mean an engagement, but it might do for some of you. But it's more about a sense of building something, and that would go with all these pentacles here, and bringing something solid and grounded, a commitment really, if you like. That's what I'm feeling that this person wants to do. Give your relationship a chance, work on your partnership. So I do feel for a lot of you this is a crush situation whereby you might have already had a bit of a thing with them, And you know, there's this kind of sense of wanting to bring it back, wanting to manifest it again. It may seem like a little bit of a leap of faith or a little bit of a risk, but this person definitely wants to do it, and they're certainly checking you out from a distance. And they're kind of they're wanting to create ways in which they can build this situation up again, build up a strong foundation of friendship, so that you can move beyond kind of maybe the disagreements that you had before. But if it's like a crush situation and you haven't had that situation with them, there's certainly a lot of chemistry here. They're certainly seeing you as a long-term potential. They've seen enough of you to know that, but they are still hanging back here a little bit. So they're still looking at you from a distance, from afar, but I feel like they're trying to create ways to bring the situation into being. But anyway, pile number 2, that's been your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please do hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I will see you in your next reading. Have a great day. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, welcome back to your readings. So today we're doing, aren't we, you know, is your crush crushing over you too? What they're thinking, what they're feeling, how do they see you? So you chose to come into the reading under this beautiful, beautiful card, and it says love unabashedly. So let's put that there, let's see how that relates to your reading. And you also came in under the green adventurine. So we're just going to get straight to it. So as I do, I just want to say big thank you, like I did in all the other piles, to anyone who has subscribed, hit the notification bell, liked, commented, shared. I love all the comments, I read them all, I try to respond to all of them. I just want to thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate it. It's been fantastic. Just to say, remind you, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave whatever doesn't resonate, and it's also timeless. That's good for whenever you are finding it. So let's get straight to it. Does pile number 3, is pile number 3's person crushing over them too? I feel like that one wants to come out. So we have the Queen of Cups. Now, how are they seeing pile number 3? Have they got a crush on pile number 3 too? The Magician. Now, the Magician came out a lot in pile number 2, so you might want to look at pile number 2 if you're drawn. The Tower. Okay, here. Pile number 3's person crushing over pile number 3. The High Priestess. And what have we got at the bottom of the deck? The Knight of Cups. I mean, 100%. Definitely with the Knight of Cups as the overall energy, I would feel that your crush is 100% crushing over you. They see you as the Queen of Cups, love unabashedly. I now know why we've got that card. Love unabashedly means just love without restriction, you know, give yourself completely, love without restriction, love, you know, without shyness. And that goes with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is about, you know, coming forward and showing your love. This is a bit more than just a crush, I think, for your person. It's slightly different in the energy to the first 2 piles. It has a lot more kind of tenderness to it. That's kind of what I would say. So I feel like your crush sees you in a very tender way, in a very romantic way. I mean, the Knight of Cups is about somebody who's, you know, saying, doing all the right things romantically. They want to be able to come forward. The Knight is about action. So I feel this person, you know, is thinking about coming forward. They're seeing you as somebody to come forward to, but you are out of access to them with the High Priestess here. I feel like for some of you, you know, you are, what's that underneath? Oh, and the Lovers. So I felt this card slipped and I thought I must look at underneath it. It's the Lovers card. I mean, love unabashedly, the Lovers card. This is not just a crush. This person has deep, strong feelings for you. With the Tower card here, you might be asking about somebody that you have already had a situation with this person, because the Tower card can talk about something that's fallen down, that's come to an ending, that's come crushing down, that's maybe a secure situation, or maybe something that you thought was secure and it's crumbled, because that is basically what the Tower card is. It's a sort of realisation. So it's basically something, you know, maybe somebody was living in a little bit of an ivory tower and that ivory tower has come crashing down, and but it's always a chance to see the truth of a situation and to build up from there, really. That's kind of what the Tower card is. Now, for some of you, this might have been a situation where that has happened, and you are still you still have a huge crush on this person. So maybe it's somebody, because with this kind of reading, it could be just somebody that you don't know and that you're just literally just looking at on the bus going to work and you've got a crush on them. Or it could be, because we still have crushes on exes, don't we, or people that we've had situations with before, but maybe we've been in separation from, and we still feel we like them. So it can cover a whole range of situations. So for some of you, it might be that this is somebody that you've had a situation with in the past, and that situation ended maybe quite shockingly or quite badly or in quite a difficult way. The High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. I mean, the High Priestess is a secret energy. She is, she sits between our world and the next. So she has a lot of hidden knowledge, a lot of secrets. So I feel they're seeing you as very mysterious, very secretive, somebody that's not accessible to them. I mean, the Queen of Cups is also they might see you as very spiritual, very psychic. They may have a very psychic link. I mean, with the Lovers card here, that is twin flame, soulmate kind of energy. So this person, if you've been in with them before, or even if you haven't, they just feel this kind of 5D magnetic attraction, where even if you haven't had a situation with them before, like in the 5D realm, you are kind of like, you are together really, you are pulling each other. There is a strong magnetic pull, a strong familiarity to you, a strong sense of guidance as well in this situation. And the Queen of Cups is also very psychic, very intuitive. They certainly see you as very, very, very intuitive and very creative, somebody who's able to pick up and soak up other people's feelings, and empath in many ways, a sensitive, somebody who is very, very, very sensitive and very loving, very caring, but equally somebody who has her boundaries very much in place, somebody who is inaccessible to them. So I think with this person, you are either inaccessible because it is a crush situation and you haven't connected and you can't, you can't be accessible to them in some way, or they've had a situation with you, split up, and now they are no longer in your world and you're no longer in their world. There's a sort of secrecy to each other's worlds now, but they see you as this very significant person. They see you as somebody who they would love to love without restraint, unabashedly, and the Knight of Cups, they've got a very romantic view of you, pile number 3. My goodness, this is not just a crush. This is something kind of much, much deeper than a crush. Let's have one of these cards. This is like a soulmate, twin flame type energy. And they know it, they can see it. So how does pile number 3, that one wants to come out. Oh, resolutions. Strive for harmonious solutions. So yeah, that might go with this whole thing, if this crush is someone that you've already been involved with and you're in separation from now. So this person they want a solution maybe to, because with the Knight of Cups here, I definitely feel like they want to come towards you romantically again, and they want whatever, with the Tower card here, whatever difficulty, pain, strife, upset happen, they want to resolve it because they see you as their significant other. Okay, so let's have a look. How does pile number 3 see? Timing. Allow events to unfold at the correct time. So there might be some sort of divine timing, and that would go with this kind of like divine connection. There's some kind of timing issue here. Maybe they're thinking they have to do it at the right time. Maybe with the Tower card here, there needs to be some healing. So maybe something happened between you, even if it wasn't a big thing that you were connected, if it's a crush situation where you haven't been involved with them, but something happened in the connection, maybe shockingly, to bring it to an end. So maybe it was a work connection or what have you, and then you stopped working there, or they stopped working there, but there's still this strong pull, and the timing about you coming back together is something that is in the hands of the divine. There is divine timing at play here. So in terms of, you being together, they're feeling like it's just a matter of time, really. Also, we've got heal. Revitalise your heart, and I think heal came up maybe in pile number 2 as well. So heal, so maybe there's some healing to be done in this situation, and that they are wanting healing. They're wanting healing to take place, so that this whole situation can begin again, or can start really. With the Magician card here, I mean, they want to bring it into being. The Magician is about manifestation. It's about manifesting and maybe bringing something that seems impossible into the possible, because the Magician is a manifestor. They've got all the tools and the resources, but it needs a bit of magic. with the wand here. It needs a bit of magic to bring it into being. So maybe they're feeling that there needs to be some magic here, because they see the. I mean, in many ways they see the connection as magical because it has this kind of strong. I mean, look at this. Look at these cards here. You've got pile number 3. You've got the Lovers card. You've got this beautiful card here. It's twos together. It's twos. You know, it's these twos. It's harmony. It's partnership, it's friendship, it's, you know, balance, it's cooperation, it's coming back together, it's kind of love, isn't it, really? But anyway, let's see what else we've got here. How does pile number 3's person, okay, it's pile number 3's person crushing over pile, well, I think we can establish they're definitely crushing over you, it's more than a crush. Again, the Knight of Cups, twice, pile number 3. This guy, this person is really, really in love. They're in love. They've got all those butterflies, they've got all that kind of feeling that you are the one, that sort of whole feeling that you get when you are completely in love with someone. And that's why we have the love unabashedly here. You know, they want to shout it from the rooftops. Oh, but we've got the 5 of Pentacles, which makes me believe, with the Tower card here, that maybe something's happened in this situation. Maybe you're asking about a crush situation where you've had some sort of situation with a person and they're feeling out in the cold. They're definitely feeling out in the cold. Right, that one wants to come through. So does that one. No, I'm not going to go with that one. 2 of Swords. Doesn't feel right. 2 of Swords, okay. So how does pile number 3's person... how are they seeing pile number 3? What's their thoughts and feelings? We know they've got a crush. Temperance, more than a crush. And what's at the bottom? Queen of Pentacles, yeah. So with the 5 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords underneath the Tower. So there was a Tower moment. Something happened. Something happened in this situation to disrupt it, to bring it to a halt, to shockingly dismantle it. You know, take that how it resonates, but something happened here to bring it to an end, to bring it to a close. And there is this state of being stuck. Now, for them, they are feeling stuck. They're not sure what, you know, they're sort of like in this kind of state of limbo, but they can get themselves out of this situation. Or maybe they're feeling that you feel like you're stuck or that you can't see a way forward. Because I think with them, they've got a very strong sense of how they want to move forward. But they are feeling out in the cold here with the 5 of Pentacles. So out of wanting to build something, manifest something, bring something into being, but they know they're out in the cold. They feel out in the cold. So for whatever reason, if this is a crush situation where you've not been involved with them, you are with the High Priestess here. Maybe it seems like an impossible situation for them to be able to move in on their crush situation here with you. Or maybe they're thinking that you feel it's an impossible situation and that you're kind of putting them out in the cold. Maybe it's, you know, maybe you're involved with someone else or they're involved with somebody else, and if you were to bring it into being, it would create a Tower moment, it would create chaos, destruction. But as I said before, and things have to be secret, so maybe your crush is a secret situation here with the High Priestess here. Maybe you are actually involved, or you were actually involved in maybe something clandestine, something secret, that if it came to light, it could cause a huge chaos. And maybe you decided between you to sort of separate or to come apart, but you still have this real strong feeling for one another. And you're out in the cold, you're both out in the cold, but from terms of your crush, they, with the Knight of Cups twice, I mean, come on, pile number 3, they definitely want to come towards you. They want to be open about it. They want to be, so I don't feel they want the High Priestess anymore. They want to be open about it. They want to bring it into being. They want to love, as I said, unabashedly, without restraint. They want to sort of shout it from the rooftops. They want balance. They want balance. They want harmony. They want things to be, they don't want this kind of like, because it comes underneath the High Priestess. So they don't want things to be secret and hidden and mysterious anymore. They want things to be balanced, open, upfront, honest. They want some healing to take place with the Temperance here. They want to walk down this path. You can see in the background to the sunshine, to the sunny times. That is what they want. So they want to come out of this being in the cold. They want to come out of this indecision. And the overriding energy is the Queen of Pentacles, which is how they see you, which is somebody that they want to build something strong, stable and secure with, because that is what the Queen of Pentacles is. She's incredibly attractive. She always reminds me of a kind of a Taurian energy, because Taurus is very much a sign of taking care of themselves physically, you know, being very, you know, really putting a lot of effort into how they look. They're very nurturing, they're very caring, but they're also very business savvy. They're very good at their works, but they're very reliable as a partner, very honest, very trustworthy, somebody that you could kind of build a whole connection with. And I think, I mean, maybe if this is a crush situation where with the Lovers card here, because the Lovers card can be about choices in love, so maybe this was something where it was a three-way situation here, and maybe this person made a choice and now they're regretting it. You know, maybe it was a secret situation. They chose somebody else, they didn't choose you, and now they're out in the cold from you, and they regret that because they want to come towards you with the Knight of Cups. They want to, so maybe it was kind of like fell into, and you still like them, you know, you still have a huge crush on them, you still care about them, and they still care about you, and they want to come towards you and build something solid here. What else do we have? Let's have some other messages here. Okay, so how does pile number 3's crush feel about them? How does pile, what's this one? Okay, so beware of what you are projecting, for the qualities you admire in one another are qualities you both possess. Equally so, the qualities you don't like are also your own reflection. So maybe there's been something in this situation that has been quite triggering, where you are sort of mirroring each other, or you've triggered each other. It's just really about you being aware of that and having more understanding that, you know, maybe there was a bit of, possibly for some of you, a bit of this situation, the Tower situation, being caused by both of you, or there was a bit of something going on where you were both triggering each other, and it's about being a bit more understanding this time around, or maybe they want to be more understanding this time around. I mean, because the Knight of Cups is a very soft energy, a very loving energy, a very caring energy. So I feel like with a heal card here, they really want to heal this. You know, if there has been a rift or a difficulty, they want to heal it now. Can we please have a message? Well, that one wants to come through. What's that one? I've had this one before. Imagine all unwanted thoughts dissolving into light, creating room for new opportunities and possibilities for your life. So it feels like, you know, they want a new beginning. I feel like they want a dissolution, a dissolving of whatever might have gone on in this situation that caused it to come apart. That's kind of what they're feeling, and they want to come towards you. They want to acknowledge openly the love that they feel for you. Okay, let's have one more. Show me, what is the message from pile number 3 to their person? Express your love. Now, what have I just said? They want to say it openly. They want to shout it from the rooftops. They want to bring it to you. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Well, that is the Knight of Cups. He is moving forward. They are moving forward with that romantic gesture. I definitely feel that this person wants to move with the romantic gesture towards you. Let's have one more for pile number 3. One more message for pile number 3. And this says separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. So maybe there has been, with the Tower card here, some separation. But I do feel that your person wants to move towards you here with the Knight of Cups and express their love. But anyway, pile number 3, that's been your reading. I do hope that you've enjoyed it. It's been a lovely reading, actually. If you have, then please do hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, so you can be alerted to when I next do my readings. And like, share, subscribe. It's always great to get your comments too. But anyway, see you in the next reading. Bye for now.